Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Monday, the 30th day of January. Today is National Croissant Day.
Croissant?
Croissant. Do you like croissants?
Not so much. No.
I like them a lot. And I buy them, and then I eat too many. Because then I'm like, oh, hey, I had 6 of these yesterday. Now they're gone. So, yeah, I can't be trusted with croissants. National Bubble Wrap Day today as well. Oh, when I was a kid.
I do like bubble wrap.
When I was a kid, there was a lot more of that. You don't see it as much now. Now there's like these bags that are really big. You pop one bubble, and it's done.
Or they don't pop at all. They now make unpoppable.
Yeah, that's
it's not as much fun.
No, but I'll tell you what is fun. My guest today is Sam J., and Sam is in a new film called You People. Just came out on Netflix with Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, David Duchovny, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and more. Talk about some star power. Going to have Sam J. as our guest today on this Movie Star Monday.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Americans have a fondue-ness for cheese.
Oh, my gosh.
It's exactly what it said in the story. But cheese is not spread evenly across our country. Lawn Starter compared the 200 biggest cities, and they sent this list to me because they know I'm an idiot and I'll read it on the radio. So. Cities that are the best for cheese lovers. Number 10, Atlanta. 9, Milwaukee. 8, Santa Rosa, California. 7, Seattle. 6, Washington, D.C. 5, L.A. 4, San Francisco. 3, Chicago. 2, Madison, Wisconsin. And number 1 best place for cheese lovers, New York City.
Okay.
Whole variety of reasons that they came up with that. Now we're going to do the bottom 5 places. Rockford, Illinois. Detroit, Michigan. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Laredo, Texas. And Salina, California are the worst places for cheese lovers. I don't know why.
I got all of that. Why.
You can read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, the song, is one of the most popular songs on the planet, and Freddie Mercury had a piano as his bed's headboard to work on songs. He woke up in the middle of the night and he came up with that song because he had a piano right there as a headboard.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And I think that we just read somewhere that piano, probably not that one, but the one they used when they recorded that, was the same piano they used to record like another really famous song. I don't remember which one, but I know what you're thinking right now. Fun story, John. Thanks for sharing.
Great story, John.
I forgot all of the details on that. But this other thing that I just read, I know that because I just read it. All right. We don't know everything, clearly, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. I have not yet had a chance to see Megan, M3GAN, but now Megan 2.0 is in development. Apparently, the movie has done well. The movie has grossed $91.9 million globally. It had a $12 million production budget. Megan 2.0 set for release January 2025.
Jeez.
And nominations for the 43rd annual Razzie Awards are in, and they've singled out Blonde, Disney's Pinocchio, Machine Gun Kelly's Good Morning, and Morbius among 2022's worst movies. Okay. Blonde was about Marilyn Monroe. Looking to see here.
And I didn't get to see any of those, so I really can't comment on
Tom
it.
Hanks is targeted as one of the worst actors in the movie Pinocchio for Disney.
Wow.
And one of the worst
you don't
actors
hear that
for
very
Elvis.
often.
Yeah, for the Elvis thing. So, that is kind of crazy. Tom Hanks also was on the list for terrible makeup for Elvis. Razzies will be revealed Saturday, March 13th. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. The head of a food watchdog has raised some eyebrows by saying that people should not bring treats like donuts and cakes and other sweets into the office to share with coworkers for the sake of their colleagues' health, end quote.
Fun hater.
Yeah. Professor Susan Grinch Jeb, I added the Grinch part, is the chairwoman for the Food Standards Agency in the United Kingdom, and she can stay right there. She said that while it is a choice to eat sweet treats, people can help each other by providing a supportive environment, presumably by not tempting them with baked goods or other delicacies. Wow. Speaking in a personal capacity, she also likened the tempting of coworkers with sugary foods to passive smoking, and said that the advertising of junk food is undermining people's free will. She seems like a whole lot of fun.
You definitely want to invite her to your party.
I got to tell you, though, you know what? There have been times where I was doing really good on a diet. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing really good. Like,
Yep.
3 days straight that I haven't veered off track.
Yep.
Which 3 days, for me, that's pretty good. And then all of a sudden I come back in the break room and there's like 3 cakes back there. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And, you know, so
That's true.
I can see what she's talking about. One of the other things I have to say, because I just found out that this apparently is not something you're supposed to do, but many times I would have listeners who would bring treats. We were just talking with your mother.
Yeah.
Because I worked at a radio station in the town that your mother lives in. And she worked with a teacher that teacher used to bring me treats all the time.
Right.
And I would eat them all the time. And when they would bring them, I was eating these treats, and other people at the radio station were like,
You're going to eat that?
"You're eating listener food?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good."
Listener food.
That's what they called it. They're like, "You don't ever eat listener food." I'm like, "I do." I don't anymore, so don't bake me anything. I'm on a diet. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Sam J. from Saturday Night Live, from Pause with Sam J., from Bust Down on Peacock, and now a brand new film that just came out Friday. It's called You People. It's on Netflix with Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, David Duchovny, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. There's some amazing star power behind this film, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing experience to me to be able to work with all these very talented and just like seasoned professionals. You know, it was really, really overwhelming, but also just like a lot of education.
Well, and again, it's called You People. It's on Netflix. It just came out Friday, and the early reviews are great.
You know, honestly, I try to avoid reviews as much as possible so I don't start to feel bad about myself if they're not good. But, you know, my manager sent me a couple, and they were nice. So I'll say from what I saw, it feels like good stuff.
I think you're going to see some really, really good reviews. Now, leading up to this, you've had a chance to do some fun stuff. You were a writer with Saturday Night Live. How long were you there?
3 seasons.
And what was that like? That's like an American institution, and to have that on your resume is a pretty darn good thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think Saturday Night Live is a very esteemed and respected institution, and it was definitely a boost to mine, and I think anybody's resume to be a part of such a talented group of professionals from every part of entertainment, from the makeup, food to production design to the writers to the cast,
And then you got to work with HBO for a couple of seasons. Pause with Sam J. Let's talk a little bit about that project and how that came about.
I have been just kind of chilling, and Princess Penny was over at HBO, and he was looking for a late night show, and he liked my style, and we started talking and developing this idea that grew into Pause, and it was a joy to do. Really, it really was. I enjoyed every moment of making that show.
And then you got to do a series with Peacock, Bust Down. Let's talk about that as well.
Yeah, that was when I wrote with my three very, very good friends. We all came up and started in comedy together, and me, Jack Knight, Chris Redd, and Langston wanted to do a project together, and it was really a labor of love, something we've been working on for 4 years, and we finally got to see it come to fruition, and every day on set was a laugh fest, and just four best friends being as silly as possible, I'll never forget the experience.
And you had a chance to work with Netflix as well. The new film, You People, is on Netflix, but you had a special, Sam J, 3 in the Morning. That came out in 2020, and the timing was great because that's the year that everybody ended up staying home and watching Netflix.
Yeah, I would have preferred a timing where it wasn't a sad pandemic, but
that's true.
It did help, I guess. I can't deny that people were home and they probably got more eyes on it. You know what I mean? But it was also like kind of not a great time. But
oh yeah,
you can tell when things like that happen and when things come out. So
Well, and I think it was a time when a lot of people needed to laugh, and you were one of the many people that had a comedy special there that they were able to turn to. So you kind of helped people get through the pandemic.
That's a dope way to think about it.
That's the most positive way to look at it. That's how I try to do it. And now you've got this new project that's just coming out right now on Netflix, You People. And if people would like to see this, they can see it on Netflix. What was it like working with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy and some of these other folks that are already a household name? Was it kind of surreal to be working with them on this project?
Absolutely. It's like walking on set every day as a fan, and being like, oh my God, I get to be around these people and I'm going to say words and they're going to listen. It's like super overwhelming. But it was also a great learning experience, and I'm really appreciative to Kenya, and Jonah for the opportunity.
Well, I am so excited for you. I think the film looks fantastic. Again, it's on Netflix right now if you'd like to see it, folks. Again, the film is called You People. In addition to the amazing guests that we have today, Sam J also stars Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, David Duchovny, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and many others. And again, just came out on Friday. And we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about it today, Sam.
Thank you.
Again, our guest today has been Sam J, and the film is out right now. It came out Friday the 27th on Netflix. The film is called You People. I'm going to throw a link to it to make it really, really easy to find. You can find that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Movie Star Monday.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ancient Egyptians slept on pillows made out of stone. I think we've talked about that, too. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Studies show that when people fall in love, they lose an average of 2 close friends. They're probably not very good friends.
Yeah, well, probably because you're not spending as much time with those friends, and so you just don't. I get that.
Yeah.
It does change things.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Toto, the dog, was paid $125 per week while filming The Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
That's more than I make today. Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Frogs will sometimes eat enough fireflies that they themselves will glow.
How cool is that?
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
This is going to sound familiar because I know I've read this to you just recently. The first Fords had engines made by Dodge. Remember? Because I said, yeah, the Dodge brothers. And you're like, is that real? So I'm clearly hitting some fun facts that we've already had, but they're still fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. A study found that women are 12% angrier than men when they do this. I disagree in our household, by the way.
When they do
Women
this.
are 12% angrier when they are driving than men.
That is definitely not the case.
No. When Heidi drives, she's just happy. I get to drive. And I'm
wouldn't say that.
And I'm in the passenger seat, terrified. No, I get very angry while driving because there are a lot of people that don't know how to use blinkers.
It's
the other day,
ridiculous.
I had a person who turned 3 lanes. They cut across 3 lanes right in front of me. We also had a guy back into us the other day. He was going to drive away, and I stopped him. And then we looked. We're like, okay, well, there's no damage. You can go on your way. I was not happy, though. I thought I was going to have to pull a man out of his window. All right. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. The CEO of Uber has revealed that he feels the future of the ride-hailing service looks a little different. They say someday Uber drivers will not need 4 wheels. They won't even need front-facing seats. They won't need top speeds over 50 miles per hour just to drive people or items around in a city. So the company's working with automakers to custom create cars. He pictures electric vehicles with 3 wheels that would have a much smaller footprint in terms of environmental, but also in traffic flow. In those vehicles, passengers might sit facing one another to ease interaction. And they say in many cities like New York, they have low speed limits, which make high horsepower and, in turn, large, expensive battery packs unnecessary. Uber has already pledged to use only fully electric rides in the United States and Europe by the year 2030. So this whole thing sounds a bit far-fetched to me. And again, more power to if you want to do that. But boy, that tiny little vehicle with other big vehicles on the road, that sounds dangerous to me. It just does. We'll stop there. Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I have the top X according to a hairdresser. So remember we did the Starbucks thing where the person was talking about how bad it was, some things that annoyed that barista. Well, there's a new one now.
Great.
When a client shows up with super dirty hair, we don't want to touch your dirty hair, but it's also not good for your color. Okay? Another thing that's an ick for a hairdresser, clients who stare into her eyes while she's washing their hair. Don't do that. It's awkward for everybody.
Yeah, that's
Just
creepy.
close your eyes. That would be kind of weird. Tardiness. When you show up late with a coffee in your hand and you don't have one for us, I mean, we love coffee too, so I could use the caffeine while I'm doing your hair.
Okay.
Or maybe just don't stop and grab coffee. Just get there on time. And the last one on the list, when a client turns her head to look in the mirror before she's done, please don't do that. There's a reason we turn your chair away. We want to get it finished before you look. Yeah. Sometimes a work in progress can be a bit scary. All right. The icks, according to a hairdresser. I hope we're done with these lists, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like all the whiny complaining
I know
stuff.
it doesn't come across very well.
It really
at
does
all.
not.
All right. That's the list. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. James Thurber says, women are wiser than men because they know less and understand more. Oh, wow.
Wow.
They know less and understand more? What is that supposed to mean?
I don't even know what that means,
Is
but
that
it certainly
supposed-
didn't sound flattering.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
We know less.
James Thurber? I don't know. Feel dirty even reading that. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is an amazing story. I love this. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. For 10 years, an Alabama farmer secretly paid people's pharmacy bills. Now his story can be told. An Alabama man anonymously paid for pharmacy bills for over a decade. Heidi Childress, a farmer and a U.S. Air Force veteran, had been keeping a little secret since 2012 when he walked into a drugstore in his hometown and he learned from the owner that sometimes families can't afford to pay for their medicines.
Aww.
That's when he said, here's $100 for anybody who can't afford their prescriptions. Don't tell a soul where this money came from. Tell them it's a blessing from God. A month later, he came back into the store and he said, hey, here's another $100. Don't tell anybody where this is coming from. Tell them it's a blessing from God.
I love this.
Mr. Childress was a kind and humble man. Walker told a news station each and every month, year after year, he would walk into the store and he would hand me $100. And I kept my word of not telling anyone, even the family. Eventually, I did start taking a little money here, a little money there to help people who were struggling. He contributed thousands of dollars to the pharmacy where members of his own family regularly visited without ever knowing what he was up to. Last year, he sensed that he was approaching the end of his life. He fought COPD and other health issues. The 8-year-old needed someone to take his $100 bill to the drugstore. He entrusted the task to his daughter, Tanya. I was shocked. I had no idea that he was helping people in the drugstore, said his daughter, who's 58. He told me he'd been carrying a $100 bill to the pharmacist for on the first of each month, but he didn't want to know who she was helping. He just wanted to bless people who needed blessing. He passed away January 1st. And the story is finally being told. Isn't that amazing? The word is leaked out now, and people are paying it forward to other people. And I think that's really cool.
I think that's
that now other people are
fantastic.
saying, hey,
I
we want to
love
help
that.
keep this going. I love that story, and that guy just, boy, what a great dude.
Yeah.
I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.